As a teacher, I feel akin to the grand oak tree. I feel as if I'm the trunk and the root system that supports the developing branches, twigs and leaves who are my students. I'm there to offer them support, to nurture them, to watch them flourish and grow until they are old enough to be their own acorns that fall off the tree, and then they start their own journey of becoming an oak tree themselves.
As an early career academic and teacher, I must say that teaching feels a bit like a metal song that's fused with a classical song. So the metal part of the song is where I am in my office frantically trying to prepare this material for the students to make sure that it's engaging and interactive, and I'm more stressed out about it. And then the classical part of the song is when I'm actually in the classroom with the students and the learning comes to fruition.
To describe myself as a clinical educator is that of a dinner party host. So as a dinner party host, I would engage in planning and facilitation of the dinner party, which is the learning session, and also encourage the students to contribute and bring their experiences and also their input to the meal and also the learning session. So this creates a really nice atmosphere. It also, I think, overall creates a really much more positive experience for everyone involved and also better outcomes.
So being a graduate teacher, I feel very much like a dandelion, because a dandelion's very fresh, very beautiful, but also very delicate. So when you come across situations as a teacher that you're not familiar with, you can wilt a little bit. But then once you've learned from the experiences, you've got the opportunity to grow bigger, more beautiful and more experienced.
As a tertiary level teacher, I see myself as kind of like a tour guide. As a guide, I take my students on a journey of enlightenment, which in my case is knowledge, by exposing them to the beautiful sights. I then allow my students to be inspired through my enthusiasm, so that they then essentially catch the travel bug. They want to see more and they want to know more, which steers them towards a journey of long-term self-directed learning.
As teachers, we're very much akin to the Trojan horse. In the outset, we have to trick the students to opening the gates of their minds and letting us in. But once we are inside, eventually they come to realise we're merely necessitators, and the true learning happens from within the walls of their own consciousness.
I see myself as an extension of the root systems of a tree, connecting my teaching to my traditional lands. The roots represent the ancient knowledge of this land, and I feel that I have a responsibility to care for my students as learners, because they are also extensions of branches of knowledge. It is my responsibility to treat my students with care. It honours my traditional background where education and care are core to being human.
So the metaphor I have for my role as a teacher is that of a gardener. Gardeners, of course, tend small seeds and they work out what they need to help them grow, and I see that very much in my role as a teacher. Sometimes we need to tend to it more carefully, sometimes we need to stand back and watch it develop.
I believe a teacher is like an astronaut in the sense that we need to learn to navigate space or our classroom or the particular student cohort that we have at hand. Saying that, I think that as astronauts take risks in space, it's important for us as academics to take risks in the classrooms.
As a teacher, I see myself more like a sports coach, so planning and preparing for the season or for the year, and then helping my students through that year. So providing feedback when they need improvement, but also giving them positives and pointing out things that they're doing well.